Hey, this is Harry from Spurs TV coming back with another video. So this is the post-match from the Arsenal game. I thought it was quite late because I just wanted to have to reflect on the game first before doing something like this. So yeah, Spurs went to the game and lost 1-0. But just get the crux of it. Solanke started, Bentancur started, and Ange went with a very attacking lineup. And you would have thought, with the amount of attacking players that were on the pitch, Spurs would have created like loads of chances. In the first half, Spurs had a few sort of half chances. I think some may argue that Solanke's chance had like a big one where he hesitated to shoot. Solanke didn't get much supply really throughout the game actually. Johnson started, to much of people's disappointment, like myself, and he didn't really do anything. Sonny down the left, I hate to say it, but he was useless down there. He's not the same player he was, and he needs to be moved permanently into the middle. That kind of, I guess, coincides with the Solanke problem a bit. And the mid back four and the keeper, obviously, as expected. Arsenal were missing, obviously, Rice and Odegaard, so I think that kind of pushed them even further back. They were gonna push further back. Trossard came in and Jorginho came in, so it was like Trossard, Partey, and Jorginho was their midfield. Obviously, their normal back line. I thought Timber was probably their best player actually, and of course the front line included Saka, Havertz, and and Martinelli, and they did cause us problems. Martinelli missed a big chance in the first half. It was 0-0, and in the second half, again Arsenal kind of bided their time, and then they got the goal on the set piece. And we banged on a lot about set pieces last season, and many sort of thought that we kind of fixed the problem, but after watching that corner, we have not fixed the problem. I still don't know who was picking up who. Watching it again, I think Gabriel was literally in acres of space by himself, and many people criticizing Mackay for not coming out, and I do agree with that. But with the amount of defenders and midfielders out there, surely someone would have got ahead of him before he even got to Gabriel. You would have hoped, right? But clearly set pieces is a massive issue, and Ange has not addressed them. And this leads me to my bigger point. He's not learning. Ange is just not learning. And for me and many others, which I'm Ange out, proudly, I don't think we can play this football sustainably for the rest of the season. Too open. We're giving away way too many chances. And not only that, it's just we're not effective even going forward. So like I spoke about Solanke earlier, like a couple of minutes ago, and he didn't really have any chances to really do anything, if I'm being honest. He had like that one half chance the first that I mentioned, but apart from that, he didn't really get any supply. The crosses, or I don't know if they even crosses really, or cross shots or whatever. Nothing. The wingers are our biggest issue. Like I said, Son checking back. He's not the same player. He doesn't have the same legs. I mean, it makes sense because he's a lot older now. And Johnson, for me, I don't know who scouted this geezer, but just not good enough for Tottenham. He's off the bench. He's probably the best way to use him. And Odegaard came on later in the second half along with Sarr for Bentancur, which I thought was a bit. I don't know what kind of changes they were. And Werner came on later on, and we went 4-4-2 because Sonny went in the middle with Solanke, and after Maddison came on off, of course, for Werner. And to me, it seemed like at that point he probably like gave up and went 4-4-2 really, but we didn't still create much out of that even playing with two up front. Just there's nothing there up front. There's nothing, and I don't know where to go from here really. Like I said, Andrew's on borrowed time. And Coventry on Wednesday becomes a big game for Ange, a big game for our season as well, especially when we got 4 points from these games, and with sitting in 13th in the league, you'd imagine the cup becomes a bigger game. And Ange alluded after his presser apparently that he's going to make changes. Let's just hope it's not those Fulham level changes, because Coventry are no easy game. I mean, they all should have really beaten United in the semi-final last year and got to the final of the FA Cup, but they won't be easy away from home, especially under the lights on a Wednesday night. So I'm quite scared about Coventry game. I think if we rest too many players, we're going to get cooked. And then I just think he's running a tightrope, and it's crazy to think that before the game he said he thought he would win the title race. It's like, really, mate? Is that really what you think? Have you not seen what we're doing and what we're playing and how your style you're playing and how it just doesn't work and how teams are just exposing us? Of course, the set piece I mentioned before is a massive issue, but the positional play of our team when we're defending is just really bad. The only little tweak I saw today from Ange was they had about 3 players back every time we had the ball. So Bentancur would even sit, or one of the fullbacks would even sit. And maybe they weren't adverting as much, but maybe that's because Arsenal just closed the space up rather than, anything else. But will things change? I don't think they'll change unless you really change the manager. And a lot of people saying Glasner's available, was not available, but he's the one that people are looking at. I think Thomas Tuchel won't be a bad shout either. At least he's tactically astute. But I think Ange is just out of his depth. He's not going to succeed in the Premier League. I think we need to just bin this off now. But alas, I don't think it's going to happen right now. But if we lose to Coventry, we don't beat Brentford, so I think I'll be surprised that he's still on the job. But I did say by like Christmas he'll be gone. Maybe it'll be sooner. I mean, who knows? I just don't think anything's changing. And hopefully we can go and do something at Coventry and save the season. So come on, you Spurs.